Hey there, this is JJ at PianoDownloads.com coming to you with a review of the True Keys piano series. This has been out for quite a while. And one thing that I found about piano libraries is you go and you'll demo it and you either like the way it sounds or you don't. But I have found that piano sounds can really be shaped into what you want. So I'll give you more on that in a little bit on my opinion. Right now, this is the True Keys piano American, and this is a sample of the Steinway D. And coming from the Ravenscroft 275, which I love, this gives you some flavors that are a bit more real to me, but they maybe more for studio work and not so much for live work. But I have used them for live, and they sound pretty good. But the American is not bad. And this is with no EQ, no effects or anything like that. But if you add effects and reverb and EQ, it totally changes the sound. And you can go from improving the sound to flat destroying it. So just keep that in mind when you mess with the settings that you have. And this is a piano library, so you have some your resonant frequency, or not your resonant frequency, you have your string resonance you can mess with. There's half pedaling, and you can change the velocity curve, as with all of them. But this is a good alternative. Let's say if you don't want to spend money on a more expensive library, let's say Imperial, or you don't want to spend the money on Ivory, you can actually get these items, these pianos separately, and you don't have to buy the entire True Keys setup. So this sounds pretty good. Yeah, very jazzy. American would be my choice for jazz stuff. Let's mess with German, and this is a Bechstein. Never played a Bechstein piano, never. So True Keys Italian, which I'll get to in a minute, is a Fazioli. I played a Fazioli. I believe American is a Steinway. Played many Steinway Ds because they're all different. But this particular one, which I like, this is something that I would actually put on a studio track, not so much live again, but Italian is what I'd use for live, and I have used for live. And again, I'll talk about that in a minute. So let's go to German, and we're not going to do any mic positions. We're just going to do, let's see, if you go to settings, so we have the close position. We're not using player or side or or any mix thereof. So let's see. Let's go back to that. And very good for belting out your I'm gonna mess it up because I have the mic cable's in the way. But again, another flavor of the True Keys trio, and which is fine. This screams to me more classical stuff. or maybe something more popular, not for pop, or possibly and that is not bad. Now let's talk about, and again, with this version, you have the same controls: release volume, pedal noise. You can mess with pedal noise and key noise and reverb. I have the reverb turned off, no EQ, and nothing like that. You can change the polyphony, and the good thing about these pianos is the polyphony is right there. So if you're playing a piano part that needs a lot of polyphony, let's say if you kind of hang on the pedal a lot, you're going to need that polyphony. Some other libraries some libraries max out at, there's a certain library, I'm not going to name the name, maxes out at 64 voices, and you need a lot of CPU for it, which may not be good for solo piano, but great for piano parts, because this library I'm making a reference to sounds so darn good. But if you need higher polyphony piano libraries, look towards this. Look towards Ivory. Most everything from anything from Contact will get you, because the Contact engine, you can pretty much have dial in a lot of voices, and that's very CPU friendly. So let's go on to the final one, and this is out of the three, this is my favorite. And again, I'm not running EQ or any tricks like that. And what I love about playing Fazioli's is, and I played many of the models, I played Fazioli's worth more than many houses. they have this sparkle on the top end. And they just really And the nice thing I like about this is I'm able to blend it with a lot, for the live work that I do, I take pianos and I blend them with, let's say, electric piano. So I can take this particular piano and blend it with, let's say, let me see what I have here. I have a Contact here. I can pull up the Buttery EP from Jamal's MK Sensation, add in some strings with that. Bring that up a little bit. Mix that in with, wait a minute. What did I do? Mix that in with, we don't want to do, there we go. So we mix that in. So we have this sparkly piano with a Buttery EP and strings. So you cats that are playing for houses of worship that want to make airy soundscapes, so again, these three pianos, I recommend them. You can't go wrong with any of them. Lower price point than, let's say, one of the higher price libraries, because you can get them separately. And that Italian, man, that just is just beautiful. Very beautiful.